Hello, it is Heather from the Reading Mama, Raising Arrows Mama. I'm going to do a cross post here because I have for you a summer reading challenge. Now, if you have been following me over on the Reading Mama, you know I'm already participating in this reading challenge, but I wanted to also do it for my kids. So the reading challenge is from Chantel Reads All Day, and it is a passport to summer reading. And these are just very simple prompts. Now, if you want, I can put this on there. I'll get permission from Chantel. But I just typed it up so that they could write down what books they wrote there. But this is a summer passport to summer reading challenge, and you find a book for each prompt. Our library summer reading challenges are not great for the kids, and so I said, if you do that, I'll give you $5 to go buy a book of $5 or less, you know. And so I'm going to give you what I would suggest from our shelves here at home for some options for middle grade, upper YA, maybe lower. They're middle grade, okay? Because I have a lot of middle grade kids right now. And so I'm just going to give you what my suggestions are. There are so many great book options, so do not limit yourself to what I'm suggesting. Let me see if I can find it. So the first one is Country. What did I do with it? Esperanza Rising. So Esperanza Rising is by Pam Munoz-Ryan, which if you know the author name, you already know that you're in for a good book. Esperanza Rising follows a young girl and her migrant family during the Great Depression, and it is beautiful. My kids listened to the audiobook earlier this year, and they loved it so much that I picked it up at Goodwill, and they have been reading it over and over and over since then. Absolutely love it. It is some beautiful writing. You get some of the Mexican heritage and what life was like during that time period. So I think this is great for country because they're kind of in the countryside. And then for Journey, I'm going to recommend Harlan Morgan and The Sky City by Lindsay Llewellyn. And you're probably sick of seeing this book on here, but I absolutely loved it. I love Lindsay Llewellyn's writing, good Christian fantasy writer. This is a steampunk adventure. I don't know what steampunk means, but I do know that I love this book. So you follow two sisters. Mostly you're following Harlan Morgan, but her sister Briar's in this too. And she is going on a journey to try to figure out a secret that her family is somehow involved in, and she's not quite sure. This is really bad advertising. But she is an airship pilot in a town where magic is not allowed and science reigns supreme, and she's a subpar student, but she's an awesome air pilot, and she does really good with some different engineering kind of things like that, piloting and adventuring, whereas her sister's more mechanical engineer, science minded. And so she falls a little short and is trying to prove herself. Well, along the lines, they befriend some people from a, shall we say, estranged country who are there looking for secret magic that has been hidden in their country. And yeah, an adventure ensues as they start uncovering a lot of neat things. I really love that this is, while it is not written with scripture in it or a specific reference to God, it is written from a Christian perspective with a cultivator as the creator of the world. Really loved it. Then for Flowers, I have two for you. Oh my goodness, my books are falling. So obviously The Secret Garden. Secret Garden follows a young girl in India who's had a rough life and isn't the most pleasant child, and she is forced to come to England. I'm going to say late 1800s, early 1900s. I don't really remember when it's set. And she grows up on the moors. They're in a big mansion. She finds her estranged cousin. She makes friends with the local animal kid who loves all the animals, and she learns about a secret garden that used to be her aunt's, and she learns all about all the plants. It's very beautiful, very nature. If you've already read this and are looking for another, try a bit of Earth. This has a modern setting. It's a retelling of this, but you follow Maria, who is from, I want to say Pakistan. Yes, her family is from Pakistan. Her parents have died just like in the first one, and she is sent to live with friends in America, and again, secret garden. Not a cousin, but a friend. You have a lot of Middle Eastern traditions and things coming along through here, and it's just really beautiful. There is one, like, if you're reading it aloud to your kids, there is one section where it talks about what happens when girls come through puberty, so, you know, keep that in mind, but that shouldn't be a problem. And then for home, I have The Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place. Absolutely love Miss Lumley and her three students. So in this story, Miss Lumley has been in a school. She's orphaned, and she has been trained to be a governess. Her first job, she is sent to Ashton Place, where the what is his name. I don't remember his name. Lord. So Lord Ashton has taken in 3 young children that he found in the woods who were raised by wolves, and now they act wolfish. Yeah, there's a lot that goes on, and really you have to read the whole series to kind of get the big picture. But you could start with book 1 and just love it, because Miss Lumley comes along and helps to civilize them, but also to educate them, and just, it's just beautiful. And I think it shows a unique way of home, because it's a found family and it is just a different perspective for home. If you are also looking for home, you could read The Penderwicks. They are actually away from home. This would count for summer as well. But the Penderwicks go and visit a home, and they are there for the summer. They meet a friend. They have a lot of fun and hilarious hijinks. It's a great, great story. And then I have Water, and I did have a Water book. I have The Heart of a Samurai. This is going to be historical fiction. Now, this is by Margie Pruis. It is a Newbery Honor book. And I'm going to have to look at the back because it's been a while since I read it. But, yeah, Manjiro is in Japan, and it is during the 1841 is when it's set. So he is from Japan, and he gets basically, he's a fisherman, or he goes out with fishermen, and he gets lost and picked up by the white people who are there sailing for whales, looking for whales. And basically he can't go back to Japan. He's also afraid of the white people. They've been told they're devils, they're, you know, all kinds of things. And so you get a lot of the Japanese culture in that. You also get the whaling culture and all that's going on. I think it is really well written. It's also, I believe, a good audiobook, if I remember correctly. The actual physical book has a few pictures and artwork throughout, not a lot, but I really, really love this. This is great for boys. I think it's, from a boy's perspective, it's a very good historical fiction, and it's pretty fast paced. Then let's see here. The next prompt was wildlife. I'm going to give you a lower elementary or lower middle grade. This is very, very far north. It's hot outside. Let's read something cold. This actually follows a couple different seasons, but I highly recommend go back outside for a minute. Almost. Go tell sisters 10 more minutes. I know. So, he's hungry. The very, very far north follows Dwayne the polar bear, and he lands in a place from the cold ocean on an iceberg, and he meets a lot of different friends. This is great for sensitive readers. Very sweet, very innocent. The most intense moments are diffused because they're not as scary as they seem. Very good for, like I said, it's a good gentle read for a sensitive reader. My kids absolutely adored it. Great little artwork throughout. They love every character. For a while, my kids, after we read this, they started naming all the family members after each different character, because Dwayne the polar bear is just a really good friend. But you get his thought process as to why might that person be kind of angry, or why might that person not want to be hugged, or I noticed that they don't want to be hugged, so I'm gonna instead give them a high five, or I'm gonna talk to them nicely and give them encouragement. I just really, really loved it. It is a very well done book. And then a book for trees. I mean, you can't go without Heartwood Hotel, any of the books in the series. Book 1 is the one I just read aloud to my kids. This is book 4, 5? I don't know which one this is. I think this is book 5, Family Forever. But truly phenomenal. It also has some great little artwork throughout. It's a good, easy read, a great read aloud series. So much fun. Basically, you're following Mona Mouse throughout each story, and then all the different animals who come to the Heartwood Hotel, who live at the Heartwood Hotel and work at the Heartwood Hotel, which is a hotel for animals and creatures that live in a hollowed out tree. It sounds kind of simple, but it is so sweet. Again, another great gentle read for younger readers, but also a really good family read aloud. It's quick. They're short chapters. Like I said, lots of pretty pictures. Wonderful. The next one was 5W. So that's the who, what, where, when, why. A mystery. I'm going to go with a mystery. Any mystery really would work for who, what, where, when, whatever they are. Anyways, I picked up National Park series, mystery series for my 8-year-old for her birthday because she loves tea adventure. This is book 1, Mystery in the Rocky Mountain National Park. And she was giving me the lowdown today because she finished this in 3 days. She absolutely loved it. It's a little bit, I don't know how many pages, 252 pages. So it's not a super small book. But it is so much fun. There is a family, and they're going through the different national parks because it's a series, and they are doing a scavenger hunt It has inspired my daughter to create a scavenger hunt that's just like randomly out in our yards. We just have paper flying around out there, but that's okay. But you're following these different kids as they go on their summer vacation and the different scavenger hunt and activities and mystery that they're trying to solve. And I think that's a perfect, fun book. My daughter said everybody should read it. Then for a book about books, I picked Mr. Limoncello's Library. If you have not read this, I highly recommend it. The audiobook is phenomenal as well. Mr. Limoncello's Library is Willy Wonka in a library form, okay? He has made this awesome interactive library, and what's the boy's name? Kyle. Kyle he's one of the people who gets to go early. Hello, Willy Wonka. Okay, him and a couple friends get to go early, and they have to solve a problem, a riddle, to win the prize. I think there was some, like, you win big games. Mr. Limoncello makes board games, and he's done it now with a library. And there's a mystery aspect to it. They have, like, phone a friend. They have to look through the different books. They have to use different media. And it talks a lot about friendship. And it talks a lot about family. I think it is such a sweet book. I remember when I read this just being like, I just love the character. He's real. He's flawed. He does some things that are wrong, and then he makes it right. I just remember it being so, like, this is the kind of characters I want my kids to read about, that are going to just encourage them. Just a minute, sweetie. And then the next one was Sun. And so there are a lot of books with Sun. I don't know if I actually grabbed a specific book. I grabbed this one because it's summer and sun. And this is The Blossoming Summer. I also had the Penderwicks for summer and sun. I feel like some of these could overlap wherever. So if you have a good sun book, let me know. I didn't look for that one. But I have The Blossoming Summer, which is by Anna Rose Johnson. And this is actually one Anna Rose Johnson I haven't read. I've read her other two books and love them. Again, sweet, gentle books. They're phenomenal for read-alouds. They're a little slower paced, but I think I like how my friend Amy at Harthridge said it. Is gentle Christianity. It's just a sweet little story. You have Christian morals throughout. You might have a couple of scripture throughout, but the children are just following it. And this one is more of a historical fiction. Her others take place in the Midwest, but here we have the years 1940 England, and Rosemary has England is all she knows, but World War II has come in, and then I believe she's going to Wisconsin. Yes. And so then she comes to Wisconsin to evade the war and to be with her family. And again, we're following, I have to look at it to say it right, Anishinaabe. So the other two books are Ojibwa, and this is from an Ojibwa writer. So if you're looking for something written by Indigenous people, Anna Rose Johnson is Ojibwa, and she does a phenomenal job of representing Indigenous people, mixed families, found family, and has sweet, gentle mysteries. And this is more of a historical, well, they're all historical fiction. So I digress, but I haven't read this one yet. It's on my list for this summer, but my kids have read it and said it was wonderful. Her other books, The Star That Always Stays and Luminous Life of Lucy Landry, are just sweet, wonderful middle grade books, and I highly recommend them. And then I have Wings. You can't go wrong with Who, right? Who is just a sweet story of saving some endangered owls as a construction company comes in to take over, and I absolutely love it. I would also recommend, because I'm thinking owls, Guardians of Gahul. My kids love that. But anyways, Who, as a young boy, is trying to save these owls. He's very much into animals and caring for them, and he sees that they're coming to build some restaurants, and they're going to endanger where they live, and so he takes an active role in that. So you can get a little bit of activism in there. It does have a bit of a mystery as some of the other characters try to figure out what's going on. Really loved it. Like I said, if you're looking for owl, Guardians of Gahul is a good fantasy nature lore, because it talks about owls, and there's like an evil owl trying to usurp all the owls, and that's a whole nother story, but I really love that one also. So there's some wings for you. So that is Chantel's Passport to Summer Reading Challenge. Let me know. I'll put her link to her video so you can get this handy dandy sheet. She has like all different options if you want to do it on Instagram. This is not meant to be a children's reading program specifically. It's for us adults who love books, and I'm doing it as well. I'll share mine at the end of the summer, but my kids are doing this for this summer because I wanted to encourage them to read a little bit more widely, and so they're enjoying this. It stumped them at first, took a little thinking on some of them, but they're enjoying it now. So thank you so much, Chantel, for this wonderful challenge, and thank you for joining me today. Have a blessed day.